Hi, my name is Kevin Kasir, and I'm a gay life coach. I wanted to talk about scarcity mentality and being gay. So, scarcity mentality is this idea that there's like a limited supply of things in the world and it's almost running out, kind of. So, a really good example of this would be thinking that if someone else is getting something, they're taking it away from you. But with a lot of things, we're not running out. It's not like fossil fuels, you know? So, a really good example is if you have a friend that you're out with and that friend is getting hit on. Maybe you might think, oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed at my friend right now because he's getting hit on, and maybe if he wasn't here, I would be the one getting hit on. But the fact is, people don't just pick like one person to hit on throughout the night. And even if they do, maybe if that friend wasn't there, they would have not hit on anyone, you know? So I really want us to keep that in mind of not this, if I can't have it, no one can mentality. Because a lot of time, if someone else is getting attention or affection, even if we want it, them being there probably isn't taking it away from us. So once again, if someone else is getting attention, it doesn't automatically mean that if they weren't there, we would be getting attention or more of it, you know? So I really want you all to keep that in mind. Even I have to remind myself that too sometimes when I see someone else getting laughed at a lot in a good way, like people are laughing at with them, I guess, and enjoying them. Sometimes I have to remind myself, like, oh, they're just having their moment, and if I wasn't making jokes and stuff before, then why am I all of a sudden thinking like, wow, I wish people were laughing with me instead? So, another way scarcity mentality comes up for gays, especially, is when it comes to romantic interests. Part of that, I think, is fueled because of the fact that there are less queer people in the world than non queer people. And so, of course, when we meet someone that we're romantically interested in, I feel like we get in this frenzy of thinking like, when am I going to meet someone like this again? This has to work. I need to do everything I can to make it work. And I think that leads us to doing things like sacrificing things about ourselves, maybe compromising things that we normally wouldn't want to, or it could also lead us to being interested in someone, ignoring all the other red flags, all the things that are showing us it's not meant to be, just because we really want to make it work, since we don't know when's the next time we're going to be interested in someone like that. So that's why scarcity mentality, it comes up for everyone. This is a term, I didn't create it. It's a term that comes up for everyone, but I really do think for queer people, and especially, it comes up more specifically because we're a smaller population. But we do have to keep in mind, even though we're a smaller population, there's still millions of us out there. And it's not running out. It's actually, as generations go on, the numbers are growing. So I really want you to keep thinking that, like, whenever you have this idea of someone is taking something away from you, or, oh, if he's getting that, I must not be getting it, just remind yourself, if that person wasn't there, is it guaranteed you would be getting the thing they're not? And also in the dating aspect, there will be other people. I totally understand. I'm not perfect either. I get in this mentality too. When I meet a guy I'm interested in, which is rare, I start to think like, oh my gosh, this has to work. But thankfully, it has happened many times. And I think with every single time, I'm getting more and more open to the idea of cutting things off if it's not meant to be. And also letting myself be more upfront with what I truly want and need in a relationship, so that I'm not bending over backwards just to try to do everything for someone else. Also, doing that in a relationship isn't good because that's not sustainable. So maybe at first you could do it, you could do everything for the other person, put yourself to the side, but in years' time, you would not be able to keep doing that. And that relationship could end if you weren't showing your true self, and then later you do. If you do want to hear more from a gay life coach, feel free to follow me on any social media. And if you are interested in working with me on my one-on-one coaching program, you could message me as well. You could message me on any social media at Kevin Kasir. That's Kevin Kasir. You're already on my video, so you could see that. Or you could email me